Hi, Sheldon Dingwall here. Welcome to our third video in our series on guitar setup. Now, in this video we're going to focus on the nut. Now, nut height affects not only just the playability and how stiff the guitar or the bass feels in the lower positions, but it also affects the tuning, and that's really important. Unfortunately, the nut's not a user serviceable item, so you're going to have to take that to a skilled technician to work on if you determine after this video that you need to. Now, before you begin, if you haven't already tuned your bass and adjusted the truss rod as we did in the previous videos, make sure to do that first because it affects this next procedure. So what we're looking for is we're looking for the clearance over top of the second fret. We're going to use the string as a straight edge between the first and third frets, and to do that, we fret at the first and fret in the space between the third and fourth frets. So that creates a straight edge between third and first. And there should be a very slight gap over top of the second fret. And that's what we're looking for. It's tiny, it's hard to see, but look carefully and it's there. So remember that gap and then just shift everything down one fret towards the nut. So you're fretted at the second fret, and you're looking for the gap now over top of the first fret. And you should have the same gap over top of the first that you saw on the second, or slightly more. It can be as much as 2 times or 3 times more, but any more than that means that the bass is going to be too stiff to play, and it's also not going to play in tune. The higher the string is at the nut, the more you have to stretch the string just to get it to touch the fret. And if you stretch a string, it's going to stretch up in pitch, and your first fret and second and third probably are going to play sharp. Now, to show you what I mean, we have a bass here where we've shimmed the B string quite high in the nut, higher than you'd ever find it. And we'll play the open B and compare that to the first fret, and you'll see how much sharper the first fret is. The B is in tune, but as soon as he frets the C, it plays quite sharp. And that's strictly because the nut's too high and the string is having to be stretched out of tune just to get to the fret. Now, when we compare the E string, which is cut properly, the open and the first fret are both in tune. So if you have found problems with the nut, take it into a qualified professional. They have the right tools, they have the right technique, they'll be able to fix you up in no time flat, and your bass will be playing better than ever. So in our next video, we're going to move from the nut all the way to the other end, and we're going to take a look at the bridge.